Welcome. We are here to play the Degoya Ark by Speak the Sky in their Dark Tidings anthology. A really great collection of trophy dark incursions, and this is one that I have not run before, so I'm quite excited about this. And I'm glad to have my players join me for tonight's run of this. So I'm going to popcorn this over to Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim. My pronouns are they or she. I love Trophy Deck. I love playing with bats, and that's why I'm here today. Was there something else you would like me to know or say?
No,
Nope.
that's fine.
Cool.
Okay. And Derrick?
I'm Derrick, he, him. I have played Trophy Dark once with Mads, and I am looking forward to getting weird.
Okay. All right. And it will. And I totally whiffed on introducing myself. So, Madelancholy, Mads for short, they, them pronouns, and let's get on with this thing. So, I'm going to do, as I always do with any of my games, it's like I always start off with a round of cats, concept, aim, tone, and subject matter, so we know why we're here, lay out the expectations on the table, and then, lay out what kind of safety tools are available to all of us, including myself, at the table. And then we will, see if we have to do anything more for character creation, and then we'll get started. Okay? So, Trophy Dark, the system that we're using, is a role-playing game about a group of doomed treasure hunters entering the haunted spaces of the world. The game tells the story of the treasure hunters' physical and mental descent as they move deeper and deeper into the incursion. This particular journey ultimately brings them to a replica of an ancient ruin that holds the treasure they seek, as well as the monstrous entities that dwell there. This is not a hopeful story of brave and daring adventurers that slay dragons and drag bags of gold back to town. This is a horror story of entitled pillagers meeting tragic ends. Aim. You will play treasure hunters seeking gold rumored to be buried under a replica of the biblical Ark. Gold that the good Reverend Hendrox was using to fund the building operation long ago. You are not heroes, but entitled or desperate pillagers there to secure your wants and needs. The treasure hunters are doomed, and they will probably not achieve their goal. Instead, they are very likely to die by the end of the game, and watching how they go out is part of the fun. Tone. The tone of Trophy Dark is desperate and often tragic. You will likely encounter conflict or tension between the treasure hunters, where characters are encouraged to backstab or betray their companions in pursuit of their goal. Subject matter. This game will be R-rated. Your treasure hunters are risk takers, willing to make dangerous choices. The game will likely be violent, terrifying, and include scenes of bodily horror and loss of self-control. Gameplay. The gameplay is highly collaborative and improvisational. Players have a lot of say over the world itself and can introduce story elements that no one, not even the GM, was expecting, and play moves between the fiction and the metagame very frequently. The game runs best when everyone feels comfortable offering up their own ideas. It uses 6-sided dice of 2 colors, light and dark, to determine the outcome of risky actions. And given the subject matter, we want to make sure we have safety tools out on the table. So we have the X card, of course. So if something goes tonally completely off, or you find something objectionable in an unfun way, please say X card off, like out loud, make an X in the video, or X in the chat. But, we'll stop play, find out exactly what needs to be X carded, and we'll take it out and then start and continue play from there. We will not ask why something needs to be X carded. Then we also have the open doors, so if you need to go grab dinner or you need to answer the door, go for it. Just let us know when you're coming back. Or if this, as we go along, this will, doesn't feel like the game for you, like, please feel free and take the open door. No hard feelings. I get it. Just have to, feel like you're safe and like you're taking care of yourself, right? And then of course finally we have lines and veils. We have a safety tab in our character keeper, and the safety tab contains the things that we're marking as lines, things that we will not include in our game whatsoever, and then veils, things that could be mentioned, like probably in a flashback or a backstory, but we won't role play them out fully. We'll fade to black and that sort of thing. Just touch upon them lightly. There is also a column for ask first. So if there's something that could be marked as an ask first, we'll approach it from a meta point of view where we can come out of the game and say, is it okay if I mention this? And, we'll just take it carefully on a case by case basis. Interests, of course, if there's some things that are inherent to Trophy Dark as a game and things that are inherent to possibly the incursion, but right now the only thing that is pretty much inherent is PC betrayal at the end, so we'll see how this goes. And then that pretty much covers like everything that we have for safety. So I had given the character keeper in advance to our players. They, if they filled it out, great. If they haven't, it's fine. But we're just going to check out, see how far they've gotten. I'll put it on pause. And when we come back, we're going to introduce the characters and get the game started. So. All right, so our players have created their characters. We're going to go left to right on the character keeper. And so, Kim, please introduce us to Flanagan. Just your occupation, background, drive, and if you want to mention your ritual, great.
Okay. Flanagan, pronouns any. My occupation is Roach. My background is a runaway, and my drive is to shred the state's veil of lies about Hendrix. I've taken the ritual scales of Cosm, sacrifice value for equivalent value. My skills are scavenging, patterns, resilience, and haste.
Okay. All right.
I'm playing Primmadonna Prim Tinwhistle. She is a skink with the background of air, and her drive is to fund her own church. With the rituals, a handful of glory and tribute. And my skills are digging, boasting, hiding, and poisoning.
Amazing duo. Amazing duo. This is going to be great. All right. So, as we well know, every trophy game or every trophy incursion has a theme. And the theme for the Degoya Ark is offering. And the core trophy usually starts off with a poem. In this case, it starts off with an introduction. 1937, the Degoya County life-size replica of the biblical Ark was stolen, some say by hand. The Reverend William Hendricks started the project in 1931 as a combination charitable works project for migrant labor and a demonstration of the glory of God, but by 1937 it was still only a skeleton. Then, in March, a dust storm swept across the whole region, and when it disappeared, so did the Degoya Ark. Only the Reverend and a dozen or so workers made it out of the site alive, and only one of them wanted to talk about what took the ship away. The Reverend praised God. The workers buried him. The news clippings neglect to mention the gold bullion Hendricks legendarily buried under the Ark's keel, and that he used to fund the operation. You need that money. And, well, you could rob a bank and face the cops, or the Pinkertons, or some wannabe heroes. Or you could drive out to this godforsaken abandoned work site and just take the wealth that's waiting for you. So, we enter into Ring 1, the road. All the miles of the red desert, dirt and dust, are taking their toll on your stolen truck as you drive out in the middle of nowhere, sun drenching you in its contempt. I'd like to know what each of you look like, and I want to know from Flanagan, who generously gave you the truck, and Prim, what's the only song left on the radio? And who's driving?
I don't think
Definitely.
Flanagan gets to drive anymore.
I was gonna say Prim would never deign to move herself in a vehicle.
Oh, well, then I guess I'll be driving resentfully.
Okay.
Like when we got in the truck, Prim just automatically got in the passenger seat. There was no discussion about it.
But yeah,
You definitely
Flanagan.
get like a long, intense beat of silence before I get in. Um, Flanagan reminds you of a nervous rat. Like they're a little, not really visually, but they're very skittery and a little pointy, kind of thin, kind of hunched, and very vigilant, possibly too vigilant. I also probably am fairly unwashed at this point. Um, we took the truck from my sister-in-law, um, who doesn't, I'm sure she would have lent it to us had I asked.
Sure, she would have.
Sure, she would have.
Yeah.
Uh, Prim is basically a more a more carefully put together Regina George from Mean Girls. Um, like even more concerned with how everything looks. Um, hair, despite going on a treasure hunt, hair is immaculate, nails are perfect, outfit great. Um, the outfit is like if you described to someone what you would need to wear, and then they went out and, or if they like looked it up on the internet and then they went out and bought the most expensive and least practical version of that, like kind of like a sexy safari outfit, I'm thinking. But no hat, God, no hat. She doesn't want to mess up her perfect platinum blonde ringlets. Um, yeah, that's Prim to a T.
What's the only song left on the radio, Prim?
Oh yeah. It is
You could totally make it up. I don't.
no, it's uh Best Thing About Being a Woman by Shania Twain.
Nice. Does she sing to it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
every time.
And just. and
Starts
just.
off with the Let's Go Girls, and
Oh no! Okay. Oh my gosh.
it's not a great voice either, but she thinks she sounds wonderful because she's never been told otherwise.
Of course, of course. So, along comes a pair of troopers on horseback, shotguns at the ready. They're anxious. They absolutely do not want the hunters there. In hindsight, what should have told you this place was under the state's watchful eye?
The signs we ignored as we drove in. Like it's possible that Flanagan was so focused on keeping us on the road that they didn't notice, but Prim definitely just ignored them because that kind of thing doesn't apply to her.
The fact that there was no, we have seen no one probably should have raised, if not alarm bells, mild concern.
Right. So, I mean, you know, they look like they're a bit on the distance, or like they're coming in fast. However, oh, I think there's something that is distracting you. It's not, the state isn't the only thing watching. A momentary horizontal mirage that distracts you from the more pressing matters right in front of you. And I think what that is as the troopers approach, you both see a toothless vortex, a mouth of darkness with lips lashed by a tongue of fire, a yawning chasm in the sky. Does that disturb you enough for a ruin roll?
Yes.
Yeah, Prim
Okay.
screams mid song.
So, in
And had I not already been disturbed, that would.
yeah. So go ahead and go into the trophy dice roller and just hit ruin. Oh boy. Great start. So, yes, both hunters' ruin goes up. I want to know what you're feeling as you see this toothless maw, this vortex opening up in the sky, and like, yeah, what you're feeling, what you're thinking as you're seeing this.
Hmm.
I think I'm braced for speech. Like, I think that something horrible is going to come out of this mouth. Um, so, like, it's
Prim.
horrifying,
Oh,
and
sorry.
no, just that, like, this is horrible, but I'm also waiting for something even more horrible.
I think Prim is disturbed, but takes it as a sign that she is on the right path because uh, things that are worth doing are not easy.
Nice. All right. So, I think, as you're both kind of like askew by this vision of the maw. I think the troopers come up to the to the front of the vehicle. Come up to you and it's like, and kind of like bang on the side. It's like, hey, it's like, what you doing around here? It's like the signs back there. Like, mom back said, it's like, this is like state property. What are you coming up here for?
This is Prim's territory, so she kind of snaps. This is like Flanagan probably would notice. I don't think the troopers would. That her face goes from like kind of concerned to immediately like big eyes, smile. She it takes a second before she turns to answer them to like check her lip gloss and apply a little bit more. Um, Rolls down the window. I'm imagining it's a hand crank and just sort of looks over and she's like, "Well, aren't you the biggest, toughest looking troopers I have ever seen in my life? Gods, you must be so lonely out here. Just there's nothing out here, is there? I mean, it is, wow, what are you boys up to? How do they get such big hunks of meat to be all the way out here? You should be in the city. Those uniforms, just riding around."
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Um,
trying to, like, slide under the wheel as this is unfolding.
all right, all right. Okay, so this could be the first roll of the game. So if we hit the reference sheet, basically it's like we could like say this is like the first risk roll. Um, Not necessarily body, like, it's not risky to your body necessarily, but I'm wondering whether this would be risky to your mind. I'm not sure. It's like I'm trying to figure out how this is, you know, um, of of a bit of a risk. But however, I mean, like I want us to consider, like, what could go wrong first for
Mm.
this. It's like, if they don't, you know, fall for your charms. Um,
I can think of a way that it would be risky
mhm.
to Prim's mind because she has this image of herself, and if they don't immediately fawn over her like every other man in her life ever has,
Mhm.
then that could potentially kind of shatter something in a moment where she's already feeling a little sort of fragile with everything that has happened.
Nice, nice, nice. She's like it'll be like existential. Like what? What do you mean?
Yeah,
It's like I'm not able to keep them under my spell. Okay, gotcha.
this
Okay,
always works.
yeah. Okay, great. I love it. All right, so that definitely could shatter her like for mind. So that's a risk to her mind. So that gets you the dark die, and
Okay.
then what do you have that could be a skill to apply that first light die?
Um, I could see it going either towards boasting
Mhm.
or poisoning,
Interesting. Okay.
as she is not actually poisoning them, but certainly worming her way in past their guard.
Sure. Okay. That just gets you the first light die.
Okay.
And what do we want to offer for the second light die for a devil's bargain? Remember, devil's bargains are things that happen no matter what the result of the roll is, and they're always prefaced with no matter what. So, no matter what.
It works a little too well, and one of these, it will be hard to shake one of these troopers.
So, no matter what, you think one of the troopers will continue to follow them?
Will insist on accompanying us.
Insists. Okay.
I don't think it's us. I think it's you.
Well, you're here driving, so
Accompanying Prim. Okay. All right. Oh, that should be great. Let's see. What else could we have? Hmm. I think. Ooh, I know. I think. Hmm. Because it was like you saw this mouth in the sky, like the mirage, like and it was like the troopers were almost kind of coming out of it. I think you will see. I think you'll end up seeing like this mirage at these moments where you're gonna make like an association with it. I think like they're gonna continually think that if you're going to try and anytime that you try to charm someone, or you're trying to get your way, I think you're going to see this mouth, this maw, is almost like a psychological thing,
mm.
you know like kind of like, what did I say? Lips lashed by a tongue of fire, a yawning chasm in the sky. Kind of a reflection of yourself.
Mm.
So, uh,
Um, I like the idea of one of the troopers kind of uh forcing himself into the situation.
nice. Okay. Alrighty. So, if you're going to take that, then you would roll 2 light, 1 dark, please.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Well, it is
Going
not
great.
it's not higher than your ruin, so your ruin doesn't go up. However, yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, I think this goes wrong in the idea that's like, yeah, no, you're not my type, hun. like the one trooper says, and then
Hmm.
the other one is like, I think you all need some kind of escort, possibly, away from here. I don't think that you should be, you know, trying to, go any further, if you don't mind my saying. And he's saying it with this smile that's a little too wide and a little bit too toothy. And yeah, I mean, like, so what you didn't work. And how do you feel about that?
I think Prim assumes that there's like she might not admit this yet. She's not there yet. She feels like kind of the veneer cracking a
Mm-hmm.
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because this I don't want to say it never works, but it almost always works. Um, but surface level, I think she is just assuming that there's something wrong with these two, and that's why they are not interested in her
Mm.
in
Uh,
the way that she thinks they should be.
right. And I think like the camera will see like a flash of something reflecting from the sky in their eyes, but like you two don't see it.
Okay,
Um, but I think your condition is cracked veneer.
love it.
So again, with the conditions, they have no mechanical effect, but they flavor your role play from here on out. Yeah, until it's evolved or changed in some way. You pretty much don't usually get rid of conditions in Trophy, at least not in Trophy Dark. Um, but
They're on horses, you said, Matt?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But Flanagan,
Um,
you're gonna notice that, like, as they're saying, as the one trooper's like banging on your side and saying, "Yeah, I think we're gonna escort you, and I think we're gonna, make sure that you're out of the way. You're not gonna go any further." When you try to turn the truck on, it's not working.
I will let out a couple of choice words.
Ladies
Probably,
present, watch that language.
yes, sir.
Well, it ain't quite the middle of nowhere. The road's banded by crumble dry wooden signs painted with Bible verses. Somehow you missed all that when you were coming down. Charity, sobriety, humility, all that. This is the true path. Speaking of charity, Prim, what do you do for the team? Your duo, basically.
presently or in general?
In general.
Uh, I think Flanagan doesn't really like to talk to or confront people. And Prim is all about confronting people. She loves to confront people. She loves drama. She loves getting in people's faces and making them realize that she was right all along.
Speaking of sobriety, Flanagan, what little something something did you bring to keep you going?
Amphetamines.
Does Prim know?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the troopers are kind of frustrated now because it's like it's either take you up on their horses or like kind of let you both be, and hmm. But a solitary weather-beaten billboard depicts a cherubic baby swaddled in gold. How has the billboard been defaced?
Baby's eyes have been blacked out.
Has it been defaced in any other way, Prim?
Uh, there's a big old dick drawn on it too. Big big veiny baby dick. It's horrible. It's like really uncomfortable to look at.
But,
on this little cherub.
right. However, what unsettling feature of the child still shines through?
Damn, that would have been
The smile.
good. Perfect.
Yeah, there is something unsettling about a baby's toothless smile. uh, so I think, yeah, I mean, I think the troopers will just kind of like, like discuss it like off to the side for a little bit, and I think they're going to say,
Ooh, can I?
yeah, go ahead.
I know it hasn't worked yet, but she's not, she's not that broken.
Okay.
So she's going to kind of like she knows how men work, right? So she's gonna ask Flanagan to pop the hood, and then she's gonna get out there. She knows nothing about cars. She's gonna get out there and she'll be like, "Oh, I think the problem is," and then she's just gonna make something up so that they hopefully correct her and maybe fix it and get them on their way.
Okay,
That's her attempt here.
let's see. Okay,
I suspect it's not like a manual release or anything. It's the kind of pickup truck where I have to go out and like fish around under the hood and pop
oh,
something and put
oh,
the
hell
stick
yeah.
up.
Like, play around with the carburetor, check the oil, like, and then like, try to fiddle faddle with some of the other parts that are under there. I mean, like, God knows. Um, but
She
yeah.
doesn't touch anything
Oh
though. She
no.
just points.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, she knows the word carburetor. She's like, I think our carburetor is stripped is the problem. Seems like it's a stripped carburetor.
Mm. And then like maybe they'll both like kind of like take a little look see. It's and then like kind of like raise their hats and it's like, well, let's just take a little look see here, little lady, and then it's like I know a little something about cars or trucks, shit. Ugh. And then they'll take a look, and I think we're gonna close out of ring one for that particular thing
Okay.
because ring two is called the Tempest. The wind rises and in moments explodes into a ferocious dust storm that gnaws at the hunter's clothes and skin and sucks life water dry. I think you hear you well, first you feel like something whip past your faces and you realize it's the troopers' hats. That's the first thing. Second of all, you hear them yell and then all of a sudden like their voices get lost in the whoosh of the dust storm. Then you realize it's like something is like moving past you, luckily not hitting you because those are the signs that are whipping away,
Oh, jeez.
and then return as a hail of splinters are driven on by something behind the wind, followed by more debris, some corrugated iron, barbed wire, wooden stakes. The road is gone. Flanagan, what unusual out of place debris comes flying at you through the air?
An inappropriate tree, like vegetation that's not from here.
So, out of place vegetation.
That's a better word than inappropriate. Yes.
Okay. I think you're going to have to make a risk roll here because it's like this inappropriate this inappropriate vegetation is like, because of the way the signs are, I think, like on the heels of the vegetation, it's like the splinters of the sign are creating like a makeshift spear. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to do a risk roll for this. So what do we think will go wrong if Flanagan can't get out of the way soon enough? Skewered, that's one. Do you have any other suggestions, Prim, for what could go wrong?
So, um, not just skewered, but uh, Flanagan could have their drugs driven intravenously into them,
Oh my God.
like through, in a pocket, kind of through into their leg.
Oh my God. Amazing. Wait, Flanagan's already skittery, isn't he? Oh gods. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Oh wow, that's amazing. All right. Now let's start working on the risk rolls. So obviously this is risk to your body for sure. So that's your
Okay.
dark die. What skill do you have that could possibly help you get the hell out of the way?
I think that my patterns.
Okay. Alrighty. Uh, you got that first light die. What do we want to offer for the no matter what devil's bargain?
No matter what, Flanagan's eye is damaged, and he has trouble, seeing, depth perception, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. Um, I think devil's bargain. I think there's something that you either, well, I mean, it depends on how it comes, but I think on the wind is something that has like a note of like like something from a what is it? A brain does not want to work today, I swear. Like a book where they put in all of the like the cash outs or anything like that, like where they pay workers and such.
A
Cannot think.
ledger?
Thank you. The ledger. Yeah, a ledger that is like written by Hendrox about his accounting for paying the migrant workers. Um, doesn't mention anything about the gold whatsoever. I mean, it looks like it's pretty above board. So,
I'm sorry. So
so
the
it's a
no
ledger
matter what
page. Yeah, no matter what,
is
like you're gonna get a ledger page on the wind that smacks you in the face, but it's from but you find out it's from Hendrox's uh, ledger about paying the migrant workers.
okay. I think I will take the ledger page, but
Okay.
not the eye damage.
Okay. Alrighty. So, two light, one dark, please.
My ruin does in fact go up with one.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'm at four.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, you're not at the point where you
Why am
can.
I at four? Oh no, I remember. Okay.
Yeah. Can't can't do anything yet, just yet. So, but I mean, like you're climbing up there, you're getting up there. All right.
Rocketing through.
It's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's good. Um, and I think let's see. So, let's see. Mm, yeah, you succeed. You succeed in getting out of the way, but first off, the ledger page, like, gets caught on you getting out of the way and such and so forth. But you don't even look at it yet, obviously. But I want to know how you get out of the way, and two, what do you see or sense in the dust storm as you're getting out of the way that gets you closer to the darkness, the haunted aspect of this place?
I think the hmm, I think the wind probably ripped the car door off, but you can still sort of jump in the truck. So like I'm in the truck, which is old enough and heavy enough that it's not gonna blow away. Um, so I managed to duck in there with the piece of paper stuck to my face. Um, I think I just sensed something moving in the storm that isn't moving like the same direction or the same speed as the storm. Like there's something large but not being moved by the storm, moving under its own power.
Prim, I think as Flanagan is doing this, and maybe you hear him yell and see him sort of like, through the dust, like, kind of make it sort of back into the truck. I think, if you're standing in the storm still, or maybe you're using part of the truck to give you a little bit of shelter or what have you, I think you're gonna see in the like through the storm, you're going to see one of the troopers, the one that was like saying, it's like, I think we should accompany you. You're going to see him like, come out of the storm, and it looks as if he's been desiccated. Like his skin is drawn, like the water has been like sucked like mostly out of him, and uh his skin has taken on the appearance and texture of of old leather, and he's like reaching out for you, saying,
Ew.
"Ah, help me, help me."
Is the wind blowing at me from him or away from me to him?
I
Or
think
is
it's
it
like sideways,
okay?
so not at you or away from you, but like sideways. So
And the other trooper is
lost somewhere.
missing.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Prim doesn't really like to get her hands dirty. I think she is going to run from the trooper and try to dive in the truck after Flanagan.
Okay. Alrighty. I think that
Oh, you
would.
know what?
What?
She'll because the is it an open top in the back or is it closed top?
I don't know. What kind of truck is it?
I'm imagining a pickup. I
Okay,
don't. I
So
that's what I
like
was picturing
it's.
too. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it does
okay,
not have a covered top. It's a shit pickup.
Oh yeah.
so she's just going to try to kind of like pull herself, foot on the tire and just pull herself into the back.
Right. So I think as you're
You're
doing,
gonna get dirty.
Yeah,
well,
she's already dirty.
I mean, it's the dust storm and shit. So I mean, like, oh no. Um, I think this would definitely incur a risk roll for sure. So, what could go wrong? You miss, or like you fall down, and then like you get caught by the trooper, and God knows what's gonna happen if he manages to like get you in place. Um, so that's something that could happen that
Hmm.
could go wrong. Flanagan, you want to add to that, like, or add a how could it go wrong?
I feel like there's some distressing in way in which you should become disheveled, but I'm not.
I mean, the trooper is all desiccated, so perhaps it could dry me out and like make her, even if she's not as desiccated doesn't get as desiccated as the trooper, it could like her hair would be all messy and split and her
Yes,
face would be kind of burned and haggard.
yes, or abraded, like because of
Yeah,
the dust and
literally cracked veneer.
Right.
yes. Oh yes. Well, I mean, like we make that worse.
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
we make
absolutely.
that we definitely make that worse. And
Uh,
speaking of worse,
the
I don't.
other,
Go ahead.
oh, depending on how the trooper's doing, like a mouthful of trooper grit, if they completely, I don't know how desiccated they're getting, but
Oh noes. Oh noes. Oh my
if they
gosh.
die, a face full of them.
Face full of them. Um,
Ugh.
I think. Oh, and then like because of your your raised ruin, Flanagan, I think I'm giving you the condition something stalking because of what you noticed. Um, yeah. Okay. So now, like to try to get Prim into the truck. All right. So definitely risking to the body because it's like, you're trying to do this and it's very physical. And then
Hmm.
what skill are you using to do this for the first like
Hiding.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. And then what do we want to offer as a devil's bargain no matter what that happens?
No matter what, um, the other trooper is already in the bed of the truck.
Oh.
Is it too early to twist an ankle?
No,
Nah.
It's never too
Whatever
early to twist
happens,
an ankle.
twist an ankle.
twist it.
Okay.
I can't imagine you have the right foot gear for
Just
jumping in
Oh,
the
that's
bed of
definitely
the
not.
truck.
true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I love it. I'm not gonna.
Very expensive high-heeled boots.
I am not gonna offer anything else. Like either one is really good. So,
I like the twist ankle. I think that works really well.
oh my gosh. Okay, amazing. So, yeah, roll two light, one dark, please.
Hey.
All right. Okay, so light six, which means that you succeed without any complications. So please tell me how this looks as you know, do whatever you do to get into the bed of that truck.
Do I have control over the fate of the trooper here
Yes.
as well? Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Wait, the one in the truck or the one that was trying to get you?
no, the one that was trying to get me.
Yeah, the one that's trying to get you. Go ahead.
Yeah, because the one in the truck, I didn't take that bargain, so I
Yeah,
took the twisted ankle.
got it. Okay.
Um, so she, like, you see Flanagan sees her for a second, like, think that maybe she could pull Flanagan out, and like, I think Flanagan knows her well enough to see this, like, the gears kind of turning, and she's like, "Can I get Flanagan out of there so I can get in?" And then she makes a split second decision. No, then I would have to drive myself. I'd be all out here all by myself. Like Flanagan knows this. I think he knows. So she,
Dead-eyed stare.
yeah,
Stop! Yes, yes. Go ahead.
she instead vaults for the back of the truck, the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
She gets one foot up on the tire. A gust of wind comes and kind of like launches her, so she flips
Hmm, hmm.
end over end.
Oh man.
As she does, her other foot connects with the jaw of the trooper and it
Oh.
like snags, it maybe snaps his head back in a like gross kind of dry mummy sort of way I'm picturing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but it also like in the process it's not a like it's the side of her foot and it catches and twists and then she lands on her back in the bed of the truck.
Right. Oh man. So I think because of that particular devil's bargain, I think your condition, even though you succeeded on a white die, you have to take the twisted ankle condition
Absolutely.
for sure. Um, but I think as Flanagan is in the truck and sensing something strange outside, and as you flip yourself into the bed of the truck to get away from the trooper and also to get away from the brunt of the storm, something strange is afoot within the storm, guiding the gale and amplifying this natural violence to unnatural degrees against you both. I think this is where it feels like and starts to look like, although again, can you trust your eyes? You feel like you see fat, soft hands, dozens of them. No, hundreds. No, more. Reaching down from the sky, whorls of them dancing hypnotically across your skin, driving the storm. You'll sense these things. You'll sense the or see through the dust storm like the what you perceive as hands and almost feel like these fingers, these dusty fingers, like may perhaps like on your skin, and especially you, Prim, because I mean, like you're like in the back seat, in the back of the truck, on the truck bed, and just trying to protect yourself and make sure that you're not gonna get, you know, uh, completely abraded by this thing, but you're also probably in a lot of pain because it's like, you got a twisted ankle. But I think it starts to die down, just enough so this way you um, can get a sense of like where you're at. And I think as it dies down, you'll see in the distance, not too far along, but like you'll make out a sense of a pathway where you can pass between towering statues and signs weathered by the chronic storms. What look like skeletal figures in biblical tableau? Canvas skin ripped and ragged, revealing iron bones and flickering light bulb eyes. It looks like you have made it to the edges, somehow, of the biblical ark. There are ethereal neon signs promising salvation and great returns on your offerings. There are 3 gargant crosses judging you from a hilltop. There also seems to be a mangled iron manger offering temporary shelter. This is the way. Someone with poor taste put a lot of money into this place. Which statue, Prim, as you're making your way out of the truck, seems terrifyingly alive amid the dust?
Um, one of the statues is doing the Scooby-Doo thing where its eyes are following me as I hobble towards it. Um, an arm thrown around Flanagan's shoulders. No consent asked for. It's just like leaning on Flanagan to continue carrying me on our journey. Um, and yeah, I can feel, I don't think I see it, but I can feel the eyes of the statue following me, and paying attention to me specifically. And as we get closer, I see that the face of it looks quite a bit like my father.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing. Yeah. Jeremiah Tinwhistle is uh, a magnate of some kind and not a good man.
Yeah, somehow these neon signs are lit up and they are asking, they are begging and asking you to give. What unusual specific things does the neon beg you to give, Flanagan?
Free will, explicitly.
Amazing. For both of you, what part of these displays, again, it's like the skeletal figures, the neon signs, the crosses, an iron manger, which part of these displays makes it clear that Reverend Hendrox thought he had a direct line to the divine? That's a question for both of you.
I think it's something as tacky as a picture, like he and Jesus arm in arm somewhere. Like I'm imagining some sort of like welcoming gesture here. Him and Jesus welcoming us.
In,
But I don't know how much would survive a storm. So
I mean, it might be like kind of like worn and faded, especially after so many chronic storms. But I'm wondering, how does this affect what you think? Because you're here to shred the state's veil of lies about Hendrix. What do you think the state is thinking? What do you think the state is passing out, distributing, talking about Hendrix? What are they saying? And what are
I
you
think
trying to,
this
yeah, what are you trying to dismiss?
I think the state's line is that he is bolstering the economy and um, providing jobs, etc. And I think he's just poisoning everyone. Like working here gives people weird sicknesses or drives them mad. I'm fairly certain someone that Flanagan, whatever is the Flanagan's equivalent of love, that died because of something Hendrix did.
Prim, you're like, directing Flanagan as he kind of holds you up.
Yeah.
I think like, in your hobbling, as you're looking around and like, just kind of like taking it all in, I think you accidentally trip over because he's not paying attention. He's like he's looking too. I think you trip
Mhm.
over a handmade leather satchel. Do you pick it up?
Is it handmade um like designer and interesting, or is it handmade like, oh, you made your own bag? That's so cute.
It's probably handmade. I mean, like, it's like somebody who put together some good scraps of leather and then just made a satchel out of it.
Yeah, no. Oh, good for you. Yeah, no, she doesn't want to touch that.
Okay.
If you trip in such a way that I notice what you've tripped over, I will 100% pick this up.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably I think it makes sense that Prim would sort of, with her good foot, kick it out of her way and into the path of Flanagan, not really thinking about Flanagan having to walk over it too.
Flanagan, you're gonna pick it up.
Yep,
Are you gonna look inside?
yep.
What scrap of real gold do you find inside, Flanagan? And are you gonna let Prim know about it?
What scrap of real gold?
Mm-hmm.
Um, something like a piece of altar plate or something, something Jesus-y. Um, yes, I think I will go finders keepers princess and just hold it up and then pocket.
Love that. Well,
Prim says, "Oh, good for you, honey. You could use a little wealth.
oh my
I
gosh.
can dump your ass here.
You can, but you're not going to because you love me."
As you banter, you realize there's a building that looms ahead. The first utilitarian structure that you have found so far as we exit out of Ring 2. Ring 3. The dormitory. A supprecious shelter. The workers' former sleeping quarters are oddly well preserved, other than a pile of bloated, bursting tins of baby food. Dust batters the windows, but all is calm inside. There's a chance for you to inventory their possessions after the chaos they struggled through outside. What supplies have you misplaced or misplaced?
As in that we brought ourselves and no longer have.
Or that you find and you are misplacing?
Oh, or acquiring. I see.
Hmm.
Not losing.
I don't think Prim would be interested in poor people things.
think I find a hat to replace the one that I lost in the storm. Probably a decent flask.
If she finds a crutch or something that she could use like a crutch or a cane, she would take that
Hmm. Most like,
after
yeah, most likely.
Flanagan just threatened her.
Yeah, I mean, like, she most likely finds a cane. Yeah, she definitely will find like a cane somebody has probably used while they've been out here.
She'll wipe it off and then use it.
Yep. Um. Oh, but as you like dust off some things and kind of grab some stuff from this particular place, as if no one's been here since the workers left, there's footsteps at the door. A group of fellow hunters stagger in from the storm. It takes them a few moments of idle chatter and half-hearted dusting off to realize that they now have competition for Hendrox's gold. What obstacle at the work site do they mutter about before they realize they're not alone? Like maybe they come in through a different entrance and they don't see you two yet. But what do you overhear them talk about that's an obstacle at the work site itself before they realize that you're there?
Some downed power lines, I think.
Any other obstacle you can think of?
There are dogs, question mark, chained up to protect the site.
As long as it hits hard on the question mark, I don't feel like that's on my safety line.
Definitely not actually dogs, but they are
Okay.
discussing them as if they are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, leading in from that particular statement, how have long days spent here subtly warped them in body and mind?
Parts of their they all look desiccated, not as bad as the trooper, but they definitely look worn, desert worn and dry. Um, but there are subtle parts of their skin that have begun to kind of flake away like it does after a bad sunburn. Um, but there are noticeably kind of shiny bits of gold underneath the skin that is flaking.
You mean underneath their skin?
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
I think their speech is changing. Like maybe it's hissing a little more on the S's, or maybe it's a little more tonal than the language they're speaking normally is. A little more sing song.
Sounds a little like the wind we just heard.
Yep.
Mm. Do you think, pardon, do you think that they recognize one of you?
I believe I am extremely nondescript.
Prim is sort of all over the place in the whatever the city is nearby. She is a known presence because she is trying to start her own following. So she is, you know, she's seen quite a bit out and about.
You seem to be sharing the space for a bit, and you notice all of these things about them, and they about you. Storm and sunlight die away over hours. but something stays very much alive in the night air. And I think as you possibly get some fitful rest or uneasy sleep, if you look outside, I think you'll see something that looks like a gargantuan black saucer, fringed by fraying strands of many-hued lightning. And it hovers almost directly overhead.
The flying spaghetti monster.
Oh no. But this is time for respite. Time to make camp. Time to think. What did the team offer you, these rival hunters, or fellow hunters? What did they offer you beyond gold to get you on board? And it could be you together or you separately.
I think that they caught me looking for, like, if this is workers' things and I have long enough, I'm looking for journals or notes or anything anyone might have said about Hendrox, and they've offered me some sort of more concrete proof of his wrongdoing.
They've offered Prim uh, their attention and adoration.
Nice. If you don't necessarily sleep or rest, I think you'll notice that there's a hastily constructed wart-like chapel growing from the side of the boxy dormitory. Do either of you go to check it out?
You said wart like, yes?
Wart-like chapel.
Okay.
Do any of the others go to check it out?
No, they seem to be like settling down, after talking and drinking a little bit. They just seem to be settling down for rest.
Prim is going to quietly suggest to Flanagan that we stay in there.
All you, lady.
All right. She will go make herself a cozy little space to rest for the evening, away from all the dirty workers
So you're gonna
who
rest
love and adore her.
so you're so you're gonna rest in the chapel or in the dorm?
Hmm.
Okay,
Chapel.
okay. And Flanagan, you're gonna stay in the dorm?
Yep. I'll probably try to keep some sort of eye on Prim from a distance, but not. I'm concerned by wart like and not interested in chapelness.
Does Prim look around? Does she
Yeah,
rummage? Ah,
definitely. Her whole thing is like she wants to start her own. I mean, some might call it a cult, but she's going to call it a religion. So she's not looking to take things necessarily, but she's looking for um, inspiration and guidance from what she finds here.
well, in your searchings for inspiration and guidance, what do you find stuffed in the offertory box?
So the box itself has some money in it, which she is not concerned with. She's got plenty of her own money. Um, she likes the box though, so she dumps the money out and picks the box up. And when she does, she hears something thunk inside of it
Hmm.
and finds a handwritten journal from Hendrox.
Do you consider that the wealth that
Yeah,
you
that
so
is
far? Hmm.
that is absolutely the again, maybe it's ravings, but to her, it's inspiration and guidelines on how to do what she wants to do.
Nice. I think I think Flanagan, you do see she has found something. I mean, you can't miss it because I mean, like considering the way this place is constructed, I mean, like it's
I
sort of
can't imagine she's tried to make any minimal, like,
oh no,
noise is not Prim's
She almost
concern.
certainly loudly drops the box after she finds the journal,
sure.
just like discards it.
Hmm. And if you have no other thing that you're going to do here in the dormitory, we will be closing out of ring 3.
I clock that she has something I might want, but do not intend to take it from her in this moment.
Hmm. Gotcha.
And yeah, Prim's gonna sleep in the chapel.
Right. Okay. All right. As we go into ring 4, the eye. Nightfall. Stars are out, but the storm hasn't passed. The dormitory is just within its eye right now. Silent night, holy night, until from the eye wall bursts something futuristic, fantastic, inhuman. It's faster than the hunters can follow and chases with furious abandon, but it blunders like a child. I think it is that mouth again that lashes out with fire. It hunts you. And you may notice that the eye of the storm, the calm, is closing. Do you run? Because the maw is looking as if it is advancing upon the dormitory.
Yes, I run.
Running's not really an option for Prim anyways.
Hmm.
I would like to use a ritual here.
Okay.
So
Now
I
remember
have
that
oh,
remember for a monstrosity, you cannot attack it directly,
yep.
otherwise you automatically die. You can do things around it, or
Hmm.
okay,
Um, so I have the tribute ritual,
yeah, yeah.
which says draw all eyes onto you.
Hmm.
Um, she is going to use some of the things that she learned from Hendrock's ravings,
Hmm.
and she is going to go out into the storm and draw the literal eye of the storm to her to protect her and keep her safe while the monstrosity devours the other hunters.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, definitely risky. How do we think this will go wrong? Yeah, I think you're gonna get the unwanted attention of the yeah the the thing, and it'll chase you. You know, although that could also be a devil's bargain as well. But I'm offering it up as like something that could go wrong. Yeah, Flanagan. Can you think of something else that could go wrong as Prim does this tribute ritual?
It draws all eyes. Like there's either, yeah, it draws more than the eye of the storm.
Ooh,
I don't
I
know.
think it'll draw the desiccated body of that trooper back.
Oh,
Hold on.
Nice.
So draws trooper back or draws attention of Maw of Flame. Okay. So which of those DB do you want?
uh, can I offer a third option?
Like what?
That it works in that it draws the eye of the storm to her, but then also the eye in the storm, like an actual eye, perceives her.
Ooh. I just feel like that's giving the girl what she wants, you know what I'm saying?
but in like the worst way possible.
Okay, okay,
Like
okay.
I don't want it to be a good thing, you
Okay,
know?
got it, got it, got it. The eye of the
She
storm,
draws
Okay.
the
literally.
yeah, the attention of something she does not want
Sure, sure,
is
sure.
upon her.
So unwanted attention. Okay,
Very much, yeah.
okay.
I mean,
So
the workers' eyes are somewhere in here as well. So if we want to like add the trooper to,
True.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, like, because once you're out there, you're out there. I mean, like,
Yep.
everything could be drawn to you. Sure. So, Trooper, Maw of Flame, or the Eye of the Storm, and the Eye of the Storm. So, which one do you want?
I really want the like I want there to be some kind of horrible eye that is looking down
Sure. All
on
right.
her if this goes wrong.
Okay. Well, that's a no matter what. I mean, like, for doing the
Oh,
Devil's
that's
Bargain.
a gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I will absolutely take that.
all right. So, two light, one dark, please.
Okay. Hey.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you succeed with a light six. So go ahead and say how you succeed with your tribute ritual. Like, what does the ritual look like to do this, and what does it look like when you really get this to work?
So she sees Flanagan taking off and kind of like this was inevitable, right? She knew
Hmm.
Flanagan was going to abandon her eventually because that's what everybody does. So she wanders out into like this sort of not quite calm. I think like we're not as the eye of the storm is sort of collapsing. The storm has picked up a little bit, but she wanders out into it and begins to read some of the passage of Hendrox, and it's partly in English if we're speaking that, but it's also partly in like gibberish as far as she's concerned. She's just making sounds. But she can feel the power of them kind of flowing through her as she gains momentum in reading this page. And things begin to still around her. And as the eye of the storm focuses directly above her, and it almost looks like the ceiling of the storm has dropped as you see she is kind of not being surrounded. It's not like a tornado, but she is kind of in the center of this moment of calm, and the at least some of the other hunters are drawn to her ravings seemingly outside. Um, and as they kind of wander outside to see what this woman is yelling about, the maw takes them and sates its hunger for now on them instead.
Nice. I think though, as the maw like opens and then like scoops them up, and like breathes or like guts flame, I think like often in a like part of the storm that kind of whirls up like off to the side, I think out crawls, we see like a desiccated hand like crawl out, and it's the trooper. I mean, like he sees you and it's like, and like he's heading towards you. um yeah, I think, Flanagan, as you run, maybe you look around like confused, but also like a little frantic, in your skitteriness. I think you see the distant lightning reveals the churning wall of red dust at the eye's edge, and it will dimly illuminate the work site where the nascent ark once sat, surrounded by a chain link fence and barbed wire. And somewhere there, millions upon millions in gold, waiting for you to take it. Do you want to try to Head over there.
It's surrounded by barbed wire and what?
Chain link fence.
Do I see either the downed power line or the dogs?
You don't see or hear any dogs. Um, I think you see the downed power lines like somewhere near the chain linked fence and the wire. I mean, they don't look active. They're just kind of like how's the word? Like kind of flapping in the wind of the storm. So you're not sure like how this is going to go. So
And do I see Prim?
no, I mean like you might hear Prim because I mean like she might be like chanting these words and gibberish from Hendrox's journal, but you're not sure
In
what she's doing.
in my mind, it's kind of like Saruman's words carrying on the mountain in Lord of the Rings. But, you know, Prim.
It's hard to imagine Regina George like calling out to the eye. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that is a weird ass meme to think about. Just saying.
She's got a burn book in
Um,
one hand and
Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead, Flanagan.
oh, I don't think that Flanagan is probably a tiny bit afraid of Prim, and not like chanting words, just in general, Prim's whole deal. So I will do a big old whistle in case she's noticing like the signal we clearly agreed on beforehand.
Ah,
Um, whether or not she remembers we agreed on it, but so yeah, big old high pitched whistle, and then I'll cautiously head over.
got it. Okay. What do you do when you hear that whistle like break through the end of your chant?
um yeah, Prim remembers the definitely pre-agreed upon signal that something was found. And as the trooper is like dragging his way towards her, she's just gonna kind of like give him a withering look, like as if, and then she turns and begins
And he
to
literally withers.
begins to slowly make her way towards Flanagan. If she sees him starting to like make his approach towards the worksite, though,
Uh-huh.
she's going to go slow enough that Flanagan can go first into whatever might be there.
I'm gonna say that maybe perhaps yeah, I mean like it's a strange kind of directional thing. Like maybe you kind of zigged and zagged to make sure that you can get out of the way of the maw thing, Flanagan. So maybe you're coming at it from a slightly different direction than how Prim is. You are there sort of ahead of her, but I think you'll both notice there is this great shadow that seems to be coming across the sky and then downward like great slashes through the dust storm. And it's directly above you, smashes to the ground with explosive force as we enter into Ring 5, the Ark. It's the inverted ruins of the Degoya Ark, a skinless, lungless rib cage of a ship, a splintered timber frame, 300 cubics long, 50 wide, and 30 deep. A lost treasure returned home. What unusual, out of place debris drops out of the sky along with the Ark? Unusual, out of place debris.
A literal pile of desiccated followers of Hendrix.
Oh, well, after that, mine seems at the end of winter, you've got those like random clumps of snow in parking lots full of the mangled bits of all of the shopping carts that have gotten sort of plowed together over the winter. A
Mm-hmm.
bunch of just mangled shopping carts.
Oh shit.
A rat king of shopping carts.
Oh wow.
Yes, a rat king of shopping carts. That is clearly my favorite phrase of the day.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. Star. Okay. What aspects of the ark itself and the site through the flashes of lightning suggest that Hendrox unleashed something terrible, then sought to appease or contain it?
More of those followers are lashed to the sides of the vessel, uh, chained, roped, whatever, and they are all just husks. Except maybe a couple of them are still wriggling and moaning.
We have no like blasphemy lines, right?
Don't think so.
I think he's crucified some of them then. Or if not literally crucified, nailed them to crosses.
Well, given that, I think yeah, like those crosses that you'd see, the three crosses that you'd seen in the distance on the hilltop. I think through the flashes of lightning, at now that you're closer, I think you do see like something um, on them. Oh man, the unidentified flying child god that hounded the expedition looms over the ark's skeleton in stark living color. You're trapped inside its toy box, and it neither understands nor cares why broken toys stop moving. So, this is a mouth that breathes and lashes the tongue of fire. These are fat, soft hands, dozens and hundreds reaching down from the sky, whirling across your skin, and it is topped by a gargantuan black saucer fringed by the many-hued lightning strands hovering directly overhead. They are seen clearly right here, directly overhead. What does this feel like for you? Seeing the followers, seeing the rampage, the ravaging. And is this disturbing enough to call for a ruin roll?
100%.
All right.
This is like, I'm here for a fucking heist. Who's gonna dig up some gold and bail. And I expected like some spooky shit, but thought it was oversold. Was confident it had been oversold.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. You thought like, it was just like, some kind of bad hyped shit, but no, no, no.
No.
Ruin roll, please.
Um, I would like to, if this is okay,
Yeah.
opt to just take a ruin
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because I think Prim sees this as an opportunity,
Ooh.
Ooh.
and like everyone else has not been strong enough
Ooh.
to pull what they need to from this thing, but she is different and she can do it.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you could totally do it, but I will say that since you've raised your ruin, um,
And I just rolled a six. So,
yeah, you definitely raised your ruin. That brings you to a 5, doesn't it?
Yep.
yep,
So,
both of us.
so basically, all right. So let's review what the 5 means. Okay, great. So at 5, you both, well, yes, you both can do a reduction roll. Reduction roll means that you can reduce your ruin, but to do that, you have to serve the forest or serve the haunted space. You disrupt rituals, you create obstacles, you give up your companions, to whatever monstrosity is out there, that sort of thing. I mean, like, the usual betrayal kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, whether like however low you roll depends, like will determine like, whether you're noticed or not doing this. So, I mean,
Uh, I would like to posit that in this, like, I think Prim is trying to use Hand of Glory, the Hand of Glory ritual.
okay.
Uh, take what you feel you're owed. She's trying
Oh,
to siphon from this entity that is so beyond her that, she has no chance of actually doing this, but she doesn't acknowledge or know that.
oh no.
Um, and I think it's a perfect opportunity for Flanagan to kind of like see that. So you don't have to use it, Kim, but I feel like Prim is focused. She's like reading from this book.
Oh no, I have been waiting for the moment where I can use my ritual, which is
Okay.
um,
Sacrifice
sacrifice value for equivalent value. And while I don't particularly value your life, I do believe if I sacrifice your life, I will get my own.
It's perfect. I
Oh,
love that.
I think we've created a contest roll, and the ritual is just like feeding into it. So, if we don't remember how the contest roll works,
I
this is the
don't.
way it works. Okay, so we develop stakes. So I think the stakes are if Prim wins, then she is going to basically, you know, uh, take what she feels she's owed, which is, pull off the spell, like pull off this ritual, and you're going to take take the gold. Is that basically what it is? Like you're gonna be like siphoning the gold
Become
from
a
the site?
cosmic horror.
Oh no,
Uh,
cosmic horror. That's right. Like you're
yeah,
gonna
no,
like pull
Prim
the
has
in.
no interest in the gold.
Okay, all right.
The gold is gone to her.
You want to be
She
God.
wants to siphon. I don't think she wants to be God, but she wants to siphon power from this thing so that she can have others follow her.
Got it. Okay, so
Clearly,
power from
Hendrix knew something. He tapped into something.
yeah,
She wants that for herself.
right. So basically, I mean, like to be above all. Oh my gosh, I think that's a pretty good thing to have stakes, to do that. And then for Flanagan, it's like if you win, then you are basically going to ensure your life. You're gonna take Prims. So yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
contest roll.
I'm going to get the notebook, which has some sort of proof of Hendrix's
Oh yeah, yeah,
badness and some gold and
yeah.
just bail.
Oh God, yes. Okay. So yeah, we've established the contest. Okay. So, the way this works is for you start off with one light die if you have a skill that helps you with what you're trying to do, what you're trying to pull off.
I have boasting.
Okay. And Flanagan.
I think haste,
Okay.
but I'll also
Yeah.
resilience.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take either one. That's fine. All right. Great. So basically, you get that first light die. And then, since both of you are at five, you take another light die for each point of ruin that you have. So you both have six light die that you're starting off with.
Okay.
Now, you can. It's definitely risky and deadly. So you get the first dark die. And now you can pick as many dark die as you want to load into the thing. Please don't do something insane like 200. Please don't do that. But for every dark die that comes up a one, you add another point of ruin to your current total. So choose wisely how many dark die you want to add.
I can only, like, once you hit ruin 6, you're done, right?
Yes. I mean, you
So
can get
ruin,
like as many ruin as you get, but I mean,
okay.
yeah, I mean, once you hit ruin 6, I mean, like you're lost. Yeah, you're
Okay.
lost to
So
the.
there's no reason not to roll a bunch of ones because I'm just as lost
Yeah, I
at
mean,
six,
like
at
just
12 as I am at
look
6.
now. Look, when you go to
Okay.
Trophy Dark, you just basically drive it like a stolen car. All right, you just do it.
Okay. Excellent.
Just drive your current
Driving
And
it.
character. Okay, and then
and what are we looking for here? What's the contest?
So basically, it's like we're going to be counting all the sixes. Like, so, like,
Okay.
whoever has the most sixes will win. If there's a tie, and or there's no sixes, then we go to fives. If there's no tie, if there's a tie or there's no fives, then we go down to fours until we get a clear winner.
Okay.
Basically, yeah, that's what we go by. But again, like for every dark die that's a one, then you get ruined.
Okay. And so this is just in the contest drop down, fill in
Yes, you
the
just
light
do
in the
contest.
okay.
Content. You load in your six light die, and then however many dark die that you want to do. Don't tell us how many dark die, or don't tell us how many dark die you're planning on rolling, and just wait until I tell you to roll. Hold on, or tell me when you're ready, and then I'll count down the roll off.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, roll. I don't see a thing. What's wrong with this? Okay.
It's done nothing for me.
Don't be either.
Okay. All right. Try hitting it again, just for funsies. I mean, like if it comes up twice, it comes up twice.
Oh, I got one. Look, I'm ruined.
Oh. Did it?
There it
Okay.
goes.
Oh wow. Okay. One, two. Okay, so you have 2 points of ruin to add, so that gets you 7 ruin, and Prim does not get ruined. Um, yeah, but
Somehow
both tied with 6. Hold on.
she's got a bunch of fives.
Bunch of fives. So you win, but you also are lost to the environment. So I
Best outcome.
yeah, that's
That's awesome.
that's
Honestly, I was
amazing.
rooting for Flanagan there, but
Yeah. But I think okay. So I mean, so yeah, Flanagan does win, but yet also loses. So I mean, like, I think in doing what you do, in when you succeed, I think there's something that brings your ruin way up. So you're welcome to figure out what the hell that is. If you guys need a few minutes, I mean, I'm glad to give you a break, and then you can come back and then figure out what this ending looks like for the two of you. You know, with Prim losing and then Flanagan winning.
I'm happy to go through, but I'm also happy to take a break if you want one.
Do you need
oh,
one?
good.
Okay,
I
all
have
right.
an idea.
Okay, so
No
Flanagan,
break.
yeah, Flanagan, you can go first. How does this look when you succeed but yet also get completely ruined?
I think, hmm, I think that I want a twist on Prim's All Eyes on Me and just my eyes melt. Like
Ooh.
somehow as I'm like pushing Prim or as I'm like sabotaging Prim's thing, I go blind in like a really gruesome, drippy way.
Gold.
Maybe you see what she sees, and that just
Did you just say I cry gold, Derrick?
Yes.
yes. Oh, even better, even better. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. How do you feel when you feel your control or your uh, ritual going awry or going so well then going askew?
I think Prim is succeeding.
Hmm.
Like she's gained this thing's attention and she is siphoning from it.
Yeah.
And I think Flanagan just gives her a shove directly into the thing, like the multi-hued lightning bolts. And Prim has this moment of like this is, yes, this is I'm going for it. I'm going to touch this thing and get stuff from it. And then I don't think it's even like an Ark of the Covenant kind of moment where she melts or anything gruesome. I think it's just Prim is there and then Prim is not there anymore. But to the extent where Flanagan doesn't remember who he just pushed. Like no one remembers Prim ever existed. She's just gone.
Amazing. And then we will fade out of that. Ah. The force of the ark's impact scatters the soil and dust, had revealing Hendrox's stash. Rugged steel storage lockers crumpled like cigarette cartons, spilling gold dust and slag onto the red sand. How can you tell that you're not the first people to have found the gold since the abysmal day in 1937?
Bodies.
Mmm.
Golden bodies.
Ooh, even better. Even better. And I think as we fade out of the twinkling and shine of the gold, I think we hit the credit crawl, but I'd love to hear if there's any kind of epilogue of some sort for your characters or the world as your characters have passed. So, if you think there is one, you can totally put one
Yeah,
in
I
here.
think in the credits there's
Mhm.
a not a stinger, but like Flanagan's not dead. They're just blind and crazy, and you just see them like army crawling, blood or like blood and golds down their face. They're still in the sand and they're just crawling forward. I
Are they
don't know if you can
saying
see if they're crawling towards something. They don't know if they're crawling towards something.
are they saying anything?
Yes, but it's not words. Or it sounds like a language that no one. It sounds like a
Does
prayer, but not in person words.
does it sound a little bit like what Prim was chanting earlier?
Little.
Oh no, it's... Ah!
That's great.
I mean, is Prim completely gone? Like
Yeah,
no
Prim
one?
does not exist anymore. But
Wow.
I think we see as the camera kind of pans out from this playground of this god and back into the rest of the world. Um, we see little ways that it has been improved by her not existing. Like the world has gotten slightly better for her being gone from it entirely.
Oh, and I think that the theme song gets a little bit more grim, a little bit more dark, and there's a lightning strike at the end, and we see the gold disappear, and the ark disappears, and the work site, and the show remains to be seen by somebody else, other hunters looking for gold.
Womp, womp, da, 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 da. Let's go, girls.
And that ends. Ah, the Degoya Ark. Oh my gosh. Amazing, guys.
That was great.
Oh, jeez. Ah, that was so amazing. Great job. Oh gosh. Ah, got time for it. Stars and wishes. You know how this works. Stars for gameplay, roleplay each other, and wishes. I mean, it was a one shot, but I mean, if there was something that you wished you could have seen, or if you are going to play this again, like what you, want to see for next time. So, who knows?
Um,
Go.
Mads, I mean, I loved everything about it, but the uh like the escalating creepy grossness of it was very well done. Like just like the implied violence of the troopers when that first roll went bad, and then how much the story hooked from wherever that might go into just like them being mummified and all of these other like horrible things happening. Wonderful. Um, Kim, thank you for uh playing opposite me so gleefully. That was great.
Like worst buddy cops ever.
Yeah.
Ooh. The bad and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That was such a clear character and so like yeah, such a clear character and so well sketched out. And so many good like little moments that you brought. I mean, my wish would be to play with both of you again
Mhm.
because that was amazing. Um,
And you will. You're in another Trophy Tuesday, so
right, I am. Um, the soundtrack and then bringing it back at the end killed me.
it's great.
That was awesome.
Fabulous.
Uh, me finding a piece of gold and you being like, there, that's nice. Good for you, little one.
My God. So influencer. Sorry.
Oh,
And then just
I,
Rat King of shopping carts made my week.
Oh my
I love that idea so much.
God. So good. Oh God.
it's like a really creepy thought too. If you like were to see that just like in the parking lot all by itself,
Mhm.
ugh, like what happened here?
I mean, I played, oh gosh, what was it called? It's not thinking in my mind right now, but I mean there was a adventure for it, like a module for it called like the Allmart or something like that, and it had creepy ass shopping carts, and I don't remember the name of the game at the moment, but I mean, damn, I was like playing that game freaked me the hell out. Anyway, yeah, you guys did a fabulous job with this. I mean, like, again, like for the fact that you can do so much with adding some of these pieces that I wouldn't even suspect that you'd throw in there, and I just run with it, right? I mean, like I just go by what you say, and it's just like you just kept on building on it, and then like, um, the strangeness with the gold, and then the desiccation, and then like just being able to see these things, and then discovering it's like, oh no, I don't want to just fund my own church now. I want to be, or I want to have that God power. Amazing. And then here's Flanagan. It's like, oh no, I'm a heist and then I'm out. I mean, like, I'm done. This is too weird for me. And then, like, just trying to, you know, uh, get away with doing what he was doing. And yeah, all the little character moments for for both of you was just spectacular. I mean, the consistency of Regina George, Prim not wanting to be with the poor people or whatever, and then just be like, "Oh, isn't that nice? You have a like gold plate for yourself. Ah, oh, so cute." Um, Amazing. And then Flanagan just being like, "Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna deal with this shit. Yeah, okay, princess." So good, damn. Oh, these two, man, these two. How the hell did you end up together? I don't even want to know. I don't want to see that prequel.
Oh,
Forget
I
it.
do. I want to know. I'm gonna play that prequel.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Like,
Oh
what
man.
happened to bring those two together? I don't know.
Mm.
I'd love to find out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that could be an interesting story in itself, but you two just did such a great job. I mean, like, sketching it out like just right in the beginning was like so easy. I mean, and it made sense even though it didn't make sense. It just really fit. And just jumping into the weirdness, and then like, stuff happened and you kept on going, and I love that when you lean in and you just run with the weirdness. And that's what Trophy Dark does. So thank you so much
So
for playing
good.
this game. Yeah, thank you so much for
Thank
playing this game
you.
with me. So yeah, hopefully I'll finish out the series at some point. The only reason I hesitate on the last one is because the other one is an anti-incursion because it's going backwards. So I'm like, I'm not sure if I can deal with that at the moment. I have to work on some other stuff first before I run that one. But everything else is fabulous. So hopefully, if you guys decide to run your own trophy darks, it's like, try this anthology if you're not going to do the core stuff. So have fun with it. All right. So
Awesome.
appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and
Thanks,
playing
y'all.
this with me.
Thank you.
Happy gaming to you both until your next time with me or like next time with each other. And I will see you at some other point. All right.
Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good night.